Hello, this is Dean Takahashi from VentureBeat. I'm here with Curt Schilling of 38 Studios. How you doing, Curt?
I'm doing great, thanks.
We're at the end of E3 2011 here, just about done. But we're here to hear about Reckoning from you, so tell us about it.
Well, I'm going to brag first, if I can, Dean. So Reckoning is the first game from 38 Studios, and we're at the last day of E3, and Reckoning has been nominated for, I think, 7 Best of awards. And I am so proud of this team and the effort that we've gotten and the commitment that we've gotten from our EAP partners. It's kind of
Electronic Arts is publishing, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is that it's no longer Curt Schilling's company and Todd and Bob and all the. It's the game. The game is speaking, and I think it's resonating with players. And I always believed that once people got their hands on it, they were absolutely going to get it.
So remind us of who's on the team here.
So you've got Bob Salvatore, who is a multiple 20-time New York Times best-selling author, hardcore MMO player. You've got Todd McFarlane, who probably last played Pac-Man, but he of Spawn fame and Spider-Man fame. And then you've got Ken Ralston, who probably has more cash with the people watching this video than any of the other people, either on it or in it. But Ken was one of the geniuses behind the last 2 Oblivion games. Mark Nelson as well, Mike Fridley from the Bethesda team. Those are the guys, the visionaries behind the Amalur IP and Reckoning, the single-player role-playing game.
And tell us about what's going to make this one stand apart. There's a lot of RPGs coming into the market right now.
It's because I honestly believe that every question that you ask yourself about the game after you see it the first time, the answer is yes. It's massive. It is a 30-hour gameplay experience down that central main quest line. It is multiple hundreds of hours of gameplay if you want to go into an open world RPG. We literally, and when you look at projected post-launch DLC plans and all the things we want to do with this, we have a bunch of guys playing a game for now multiple years that are having more fun playing it now than they were 2 years ago, and that's not a common thing. We're polishing this thing to an incredibly bright sheen, and we understand. Well, so this is the Amalur IP. This is the first thing ever in our IP, and
and you picked this up in an interesting way, I guess.
Yeah, we did. We picked up the Big Huge Studio from THQ. They had been working on their own single-player role-playing game at the time. They built their own proprietary technology, so the engine is all ours, and they were building a single-player game, I think, with the bloodlines of their RTS or their real Rise of Nations. They had the same intent from a shock the world perspective that they did with that game. And when we met them, I think that they were in a quandary with their IP and their story. They believed in their tech, and we know why now. And I think that was the thing we knew we had. We had an IP, we had a story, we had lore that fantasy people around the world were going to totally buy into. We put our IP with their tech, and our teams got together, and Reckoning is what you have.
And Salvatore wrote this 10,000-year history for you guys. And
he did. R.A. wrote the Amalur history along with our creative team, Steve Denuser, the creative director in Providence, along with Mark Nelson and Ken, and those guys got together, and they created what we like to call some franchise mysteries. And when you play Reckoning and you start to understand the Amalur IP, and you see the connectivity between the 2 games, and you see that there's going to be a reason for people playing the MMO to go back and play the RPG. There's going to be reasons for people to playing the RPG to going forward and playing the MMO, and that won't ever go away. And that's a pretty neat piece.
And Reckoning is in what part of the history again?
So Reckoning is set in the Age of Arcana, about 2,000 years before Copernicus is set to launch. And you wake up as the first person ever to be successfully resurrected using the Well of Souls. And the Well of Souls is a magical device that the gnomes of the world have been working to try and perfect for hundreds of thousands of years. And you are the first person to ever successfully be resurrected, and as such, you have no fate or destiny in a world where everybody has both. And the Fate Weavers of the world go around and tell people kind of what their thing is. And you show up at a Fate Weaver, and you're a blank slate, and the world just plunged into chaos after that, and you're at the center of it.
Cool. And I guess 2,000 years. I mean, it seems like you can fill in a lot of games into
Oh
this.
yeah,
This
there's
history.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of
Okay.
other stuff to be done. You fast forward 2,000 years to the MMO, and now you've got the Well of Souls as a perfected technology, and the gnomes are taking that out into the world for reasons that are someday obvious. But there's between those two things, there are so many things we can do with the IP, and so many ideas that we can take to different platforms and different genres, and that's the exciting part.
And it's coming out in 2012, which
Yep.
keeps you well clear of Skyrim, most
Yep,
likely.
we are
right?
coming out in 2012 with Reckoning, and we are staying clear. This is going to be an insane 12 to 15 months for RPGs. There's going to be some phenomenal games coming out with Mass Effect 3, and Star Wars: The Old Republic is coming out, so I'm hopefully going to be knee deep in MMOs again here pretty soon. And Skyrim's coming out as well, so we're excited.
Cool. That's Curt Schilling. Throwing any baseballs lately?
No, I'm not throwing anything but stuff around the office.
Cool. Awesome.
you. Thanks.
Get those guys to work.
They're working.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Dean.